Scott, can you just talk through the inclusion of Sam Kane into this Test team?
Yeah, Sam has been incredible off the field for us. Now it's an opportunity for him to be that Test veteran we need in the hive out, all that experience and that calmness, but also really good tough shoulders. So we're excited for him.
What was the process in terms of selecting him over Dalton?
Dalton's got a bit of a thumb injury. Ruled him out, but he's not much in it. Dalton played really, really well, but we just thought that was the best for this test, and the combinations. Obviously, Ethan's in great form, and you got Ari Severe, so it's a good balanced loose forward trio.
Scott, how important is the experienced players this weekend? How important are they going to be with Ellis Park? How hostile that's going to be? These players stepping up.
Yeah, it's the iconic field, the ground, the whole experience. You want to have experienced it before, as many players as you possibly can, because it's going to help you in those times of need. There's going to be some tough moments out there, as we know, and their composure and the tone of voice and the next action word that's required, that they'll deliver it, but also deliver themselves, and they know what it takes.
And at halfback, how tempted were you for maybe Cortez ahead of TJ, or are you pretty settled with TJ?
We're finding the combination with TJ starting and Cortez coming on, it's a really good balance for us. Doesn't mean it's always going to be that way, but we were trying to keep combinations together, so TJ's passing to DMAC and keep combinations as much as we possibly can. That's part of the reason, yeah.
Same question, Ari, Rico and Anton.
Yeah. Look, Rico's been around a long period of time, and he's taken on the feedback that's required to be a starting All Black, and we're seeing it. We're seeing enough of it, but small margins and all this. I've told that to the boys, so I can tell it to you. How tough this team's to pick, and it's great for me and us as coaching group.
What have you made of the Springboks changing their lineup this week?
Changing again, have they? Another one? Or?
Bring in player Evan Etzebeth, originally not naming him.
Okay. Oh, look, obviously they've had a medical check and it's gone better than expected or planned, and he's got a great play. You'll take every opportunity for him to get on the field if you could, and they have. So.
Sam Penny coming off the bench, I think he's only had 20 minutes, half an hour for Waikato since that July series.
Yeah.
What do you need to see from him in terms of impact?
I think it's a great opportunity for him, with his physicality, his speed, his ball skills. He can play 6 or 8, so along the way you've got to give guys opportunities, and now it's his.
Is this the biggest rivalry for New Zealand rugby? How special is it for you to coach?
It goes back, you look at the stats, it's been 100 odd tests over a long period of time, and people come around of everywhere for this game, so you look, it's so historic. Every game's got something special on it, and if you're just walking around here in Joburg, everyone's a fan. There's a lot of selfies going on, and hey coach, and they sort of remember the Crusader days coming over here, but they, critical for them as the All Blacks, and just the respect for both teams that they have each other, but this is their moment.
Scott, what have you learned from your time as Crusaders coach? Defy the odds, Kenya beat the Lions in the Super Rugby final. What have you learned from that experience in playing at a venue like Ellis Park?
We learned from that those big games there was a couple of moments. Obviously there was a red card, and we got an early try, and we hung on for 20 odd minutes. That's what it felt like, and that's what it took. Especially at the hive out. So little margins, as most big games are, and your ability to go at the altitude, it's just part of the game, and you've got 80 minutes to do it.
Does the record matter the fact that the Boks haven't beaten the All Blacks at Ellis Park in 10 years?
I think what matters is our performance on Saturday. That looks after the record.
Scott, what was your biggest consideration in selecting the team?
Biggest consideration?
Yeah.
Probably the balance of experience, combinations, and we good look at our bench, because we think it'll be important.
Any threats you want to nullify that you think you'll face against South Africa?
Everyone knows how South Africa play. Their kicking game is exemplary. Their ruck work, they're playing a little bit more. Got a bit of Tony Brown magic in there. They can play around you if they need to. So, we're well aware of all their strengths, but it's probably the physicality that always comes with any Springbok team.
Scott, the Springboks do things a bit differently, naming their team on a Tuesday. Does that affect your team selection at all throughout the week?
No, we name our team on Tuesday. We just don't tell anyone on Tuesday. It's just the way they do it. I like it. It's a little bit different.
Just on Tony Brown, you mentioned before, what do you think of him as a coach, and is someone you've had a bit of history with as a player and teammate?
Yeah, played 20s with him, New Zealand Colts with him. Tough. Brutally tough, great mind, good rugby mind, good rugby man, and he's brought a little bit of his magic touch to the Springboks.
So you've seen a concerted change in the Springboks?
Yeah, we've seen their game evolve, and like I see how they play, how they use their forwards. So yeah, just little add-ons for them, and they're doing it well.
Scott, you spoke about the small minute margins and stuff. What aspects of the game, without giving state secrets away, what aspects of the game do you think is going to turn it on Saturday?
Probably most of the time when there's big swings, a lot of the discipline stuff are all set piece penalties, which is pretty clear. Both teams understand how important it is. Like, give away a little offside or a clap small, or scrum goes down, the momentum can change pretty quickly. So those little matchups are so critical to you be able to keep pressure on teams, and Springboks do that well.
Just a word on yourself and Rassie. Rassie meant the other day he played against you
Yeah.
as a player here for the Cats and for the Super Rugby, and now you guys are up against each other as coaches.
Yeah, look, Rassie, we've shared a few beers and a few stories after the games over the years. I know we just had a good little rapport that you sort of connected in, and you sort of watch players that go into the coaching after they've played, and you look at his journey and how he's got to where he's got. It's a pretty remarkable story, isn't it? How he, won a couple of World Cups, and he's got likes up in the box, and he's, 7 forwards on the bench, and it's awesome. Like he really pushes it, makes you think, and he's his own man, and what's in his head he tells you. So it's pretty unique.
Do you see Rassie as the benchmark for coaches in international rugby?
Oh, he's one of the benchmark. Yeah, for sure. Oh, look, you have all that success, you've got to respect that.
Rassie can't break dance.
Rassie can't? Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, we'll have to see what rhythm he's got at some stage. Yeah.
Scott, have you guys, the senior players, have they spoken about last year's World Cup final and what learnings they've taken from that, and how you actually play Springboks?
Look, it was the last time they played. It was the last time we played against the Springboks, and the guys are, they understood those small margins in that game, and just missed a couple of kicks, and swung both ways. So just a reflection of Test match rugby, how tight it is, and how tight these games are over history. Well, Springbok games, there's a couple of ones that are so maybe blown out either way, but it's normally at the back end of it, you're not far away from each other, and that was that final, wasn't it?
Have the changes in your backroom staff affected preparations at all this week?
No, we're really clear. We've had a great week here, thank you.